Hello everyone and welcome back to I'm a Celebrity 2025, episode 15, part 2. So this is where I was going to do a little summary of the letters from home that I ran out of time for in the previous episode. So Tom explained that his letter was beautiful. Kelly's letter said that her family were proud of her. That was from her husband Jeremy and dog Teddy. Martin's letter was from Roman, his son. He was saying, "How's my old bed been? Missing you like crazy." H's family said that they were incredibly proud of him, and he is a hero son, and she's grateful to call him her son. Ruby was missing Minnie and Buzz. They were her two cats. Minnie is now in a relationship with Harry Styles and has had a facelift. And you're a fresh scruffball, or a feisty scruffball. Vogue's letter was from the partner and the kids, saying that they're so proud of her. She has the ability to light up any room that she walks into. Lisa was given a hug from home, and they were all proud of her. And obviously they were being proud of her, which makes them even prouder. Shona said that part of them is missing. I think that was from her sister. She loves the friendships that Shona's made, and definitely they should invite H over to their family house for a karaoke. Ginger's family said that he can now put his own bins out at night. Nan's very proud of him, and for him to just carry on doing what he's doing. And Eddie, from his daughter, saying, "Dad, so proud of you. Keep everybody's spirits up," and that was from his daughter. So, yeah, as much as the letters were absolutely lovely, it's always nice. I think that's the thing. If you're in a such secluded place with people that you don't know, or with people that you do know, really, if you're far away from home, it just kind of brings that homely vibe back to you. I think that's kind of what Jack said before. It was like, it's nice that you kind of have a part of you that, you know, even though you're away, it comes with you, so you can't see or talk to them, but they are watching you literally on TV all the time. Ant and Dec also revealed that we were going to be losing another campmate this evening. It was either going to be Eddie or Vogue, and we found out the second celebrity leaving the jungle was Eddie. He survived 16 days. He won a seat in the getaway car. He took on crocodiles in the Escarium, and he explained to Ant and Dec it was the first time seeing them both and not actually dreading it. He said that he was had or sappy, which is a mix of sad and happy. He's made a lot of friends, faced a lot of fears, and felt like, you know, he's been on such an iconic show now that, you know, it's going to be something he doesn't forget about forever. H said that Eddie had him smiling throughout the whole experience. Martin said he's got the most happiness in his genes that he's met. And Eddie explained that he felt like he'd been in the jungle for over a year. It kind of reminded him, obviously, of a massive rainforest back in Congo, about how he grew up. So, you know, having to live on rations and live on limited amount of things. So he was like, it was nice to kind of have that experience back with, you know, relating to his culture. He said the whole Ruby situation, even just looking at her, she's ridiculous, but, you know, that's why people love her. Ant and Dec asked him about the whole jumping situation from the helicopter, and he thought they were going to be landing on the Star. So he said, yeah, 2 weeks ago he wasn't even able to go down a slide in a water park. So the fact that he went from not being able to do that to jumping out of a plane shows that he's obviously got a lot of confidence now. Ginge explained that Eddie is the ultimate vibes man, and Eddie had to question the Jack situation. So he basically explained that he had no idea what to do when he was in the jungle, and from day one, the first day, Jack was the one who obviously came to him with advice and tips and things like that, and, you know, he was the easiest one that I guess he was able to make friends with, and he basically referred to him as Jackopedia, saying that Jack knows everything. He also explained that he had a previous encounter with H. He had an interview with H for about 3 seconds, and they got on really well in that moment, so it was nice to kind of, although the cameras were still there, it was kind of nice to have that just, you know, unfiltered interview and unfiltered chats and, you know, just bonding and things like that. So H probably doesn't really remember. He's probably had loads of interviews, but yeah, it's good that they were actually able to, you know, bond on a more of a deeper level. And he said that there were some times in different situations that Ginge would kind of just be there, and he would kind of like try and move Ginge out of the way nicely. And he said if he was going to pick a winner, he would pick Jack to be his winner. So 2 campmates are out of the jungle so far, the second of those being Eddie, and that is it for episode 15. So I think highlights from this episode is obviously losing that second campmate. You know, we're 10 campmates in and obviously 2 campmates left. Camp leader was still Ruby, and you know, I think it's just a very interesting and chaotic leader. I think it's going to get worse. I think, you know, people are going to be not happy with how she's leading camp. But it was beautiful that they were all able to win their letters from home. Obviously, apart from Jack, but I'm sure there'll be a way for them to win that later on. And yeah, in terms of the rest of the characters, I think, like I said, I think everyone's just becoming that little bit stronger, that little bit more confident, a little bit more active. You know, I think H and Ginge still unsure about their chores or not really wanting to do their chores. You know, Tom, Ruby having their little, you know, English literature lessons. Vogue's kind of just floating through a little bit. Kelly's very loud, but I think she's funny. Like, you know, some of the things that even she says are like, I guess only she can probably get away with those. And then Martin's just chilling, you know. So you've got some of them in there that are more vocal and more active than the others, but you know, everyone's still getting involved doing something. But yeah, Shona and her little naughty butter scandal situation. So yeah, that's a bit naughty. So that's why she lost camp leadership. But I think that's also the second time that she's had things that are not allowed in there. Obviously, she got caught with Alex the first time, and then obviously now she's had her butter situation or whatever it was. So yeah, she's actually been caught twice, so naughty. But yeah, that is my review for part 2 of episode 15. So if you did enjoy, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And until my next review, thank you for watching, and bye bye.